We are back again with another Gold Cup recap. We're going to be talking about the games that went down in Group D last night, as well as the two games involving the Group A teams from the day before. And one of those games I did a live stream for, Mexico versus Surinam. We had like 500 of y'all in the chat at one point. It was a great time. Guys, I will be doing more of these live watch-alongs for other teams throughout the conclusion of the Gold Cup. So if you don't want to miss those, and if you don't want to miss these other kind of recap, summary, big takeaways, quick-fire takeaways, I should say, style videos for the Gold Cup that I'm going to be dropping every couple days, make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to know the games that we're doing with 100% certainty for the live watch-alongs, make sure you're following on Twitter. Link in the description. Drop a like on the video. As always, your boy's finally getting over the flu here. I feel a little bit better. It's a little bit more energy now. The first game we got to talk about, because I feel like I got to vent here for a second, is Haiti 1, Trinidad 1. Now, you guys know that Haiti, they were my darling pick, right? They were my dark horse. I saw what the team was doing in 2024 and 2025, scoring 3, 4, 5 goals per game, and I said, this is it. This is the one. This is the one that I'm going to attach my reputation for the rest of my YouTube career. I'm going all in on the Haitian national team. And through 2 games, if you were to ask me on the field, do I feel embarrassed? Do I feel ashamed? Do I feel like a fool of a toque? No, I don't feel like an idiot for picking Haiti. However, after 2 games, here we are with the Haitians on 1 point, failing to beat Trinidad and Tobago, and now needing basically a win and a non-Saudi victory, which means either they have to draw or Trinidad and Tobago have to win for my dark horse pick to stay alive. On the bright side, though, I guess it's a good thing I didn't pick the Dominican Republic or Surinam, which I feel like were the 2 most popular dark horse picks, because those brothers are already eliminated. And yes, I will get to Group A soon here. But Haiti, man, so close yet so far away. Haiti beats themselves. We had more inexplicable chances missed. We had red cards now. We're sending penalties into the 60th row. It really is peak. I was critical of their star players against Saudi Arabia. At least Perot scored in this game against Trinidad. But Duncan's Nazone, bro? Is this man finished? Another really, really good chance missed in this game. It gets yanked after the red card. I mean, this is not the Gold Cup I was expecting from that guy. Haiti might actually be cursed. That's kind of the conclusion that I'm reaching here. Now, there was a bit of referee drama in this game. I think the most clear one was, I think its experience gets brought down in the box from behind at the end of the first half. For me, it kind of looked like a pen. It kind of looked like the Trinidad defender just shoved him from behind and he went down. However, the contact is light, so it's one of those 50-50 calls. And I know Haitians will be looking at this and be like, well, the ref is the reason we didn't win. No, dude. The reason you didn't win is because you went down a man. The reason you didn't win is because you didn't finish any of your chances, including a golden counterattack at the end of the game, which somehow doesn't even really result in a shot. I mean, it is actually impressive how horrible the counterattack was, and you take the worst penalty of the Gold Cup so far. That's why Haiti didn't win. Because on the field, Haiti were actually better than Trinidad, even with 10 men. And Trinidad, man, I got very little to say about you guys. I think they have been atrocious. And it's honestly even more inexcusable that Haiti concede a set piece to Trinidad and Tobago. Like, that's how you concede? That's how you drop points in this game? An unmarked guy off a set piece? I mean, come on, bro. Haiti have committed every footballing sin that you could possibly do just through 2 games. Like, I don't even know what's going to happen against the U.S. now. I guarantee somebody else is getting a red. They're probably going to concede another penalty or an own goal. The only thing they're missing is an own goal. I guarantee they get an own goal against the U.S., bro. It's just too much. And I know I'm focusing mainly on Haiti, but that's because Trinidad, I really don't know what the takeaways are here, man. Like, it has been so poor. And all I hear from Trinidad fans is like, well, wait till we naturalize more players. Bro, I don't care. What about the team right now? Why are we talking about naturalization? You can't be like, well, we'll be better when we have better players. What about these players? Bro, Dwight York is your manager. Legend. What is my man doing? I don't see any real impact at all. It's been a huge L from Trinidad. Now, they could still go out on a bang. And if they beat the Saudis and they end on 4 points, I think if you're realistic, you're looking at that and you're saying, okay, we played like ass cheeks, but we still got 4 points in this Gold Cup. We'll take it. We'll take it. That's the objective for Trinidad. Haiti will have to be playing for their lives against the United States, and again, hope that their Caribbean brothers can do them a solid against the Saudis. Speaking of the Saudis, we can talk about that one next. United States 1, Saudi Arabia 0. From an entertainment value perspective, it was a 2 out of 10. It was a terrible game. And before everybody dives into the comments and blames the U.S. for being trash, I actually blame Saudi Arabia more for how dead the footy was. And I have a genuine question for Hervé Renard, because I know he's a subscriber of DeadBall TV. What are you trying to accomplish at the Gold Cup? The only answer that would make sense to me is he's here to destroy CONCACAF as an institution. He's here to make the Gold Cup look like an unwatchable event in the effort of making the Club World Cup viewership go up. I actually think he's a spy. He's been sent here as a saboteur to take down the Gold Cup, because he has treated this basically as a low block exercise for the Saudi national team. And honestly, hot take here, because this is my channel, and I'm a little sick of this. Ban teams that do this. Ban teams that are going to treat the Gold Cup as a 4-5-1 low block activity. If you're going to do this and not even do it with your A team, why are we inviting these guys? Oh, well, Jack, it's good experience breaking down a low block. Sure, I don't think we need that in the one invitee that we use to the Gold Cup, because I'm telling you, bro, these games are cooked. There's nothing for the neutral to watch. There's barely anything for the fans to watch. I would ban teams like this. I'd be like, all right, you want to come to the Gold Cup? I need either the starters or you got to actually play, dude. Like Qatar 2019, those guys actually tried to play. Or 2021, excuse me. Qatar 2021, those guys actually tried to play. 2023, they bought the B team too, and they sat back as well because Carlos Queiroz was the manager. And predictably, it was a disaster. And now we're seeing the same thing from the Saudis and Hervé Renard this time. For the U.S. men's national team, I think there are some bright spots here that we can talk about. Chris Richards, namely, man of the match performance, had the very, very clutch defensive action of the game, sliding block against a Saudi winger who got a shot off. And then he scores the winner and honestly scored again right before that, but it was offside. So set-piece monster, defensive beast. He had a great game. Jack McGlynn, I feel like, is another minor stock-up, guys, and I don't think anybody here is a major stock-up. But if we're talking about, like, that was solid. That was encouraging. Jack McGlynn, I think he was the most dangerous of the American attacking players. Alex Freeman, again, a guy that I have no idea who this kid is. I'd never heard of him before. I don't watch Orlando. I don't watch MLS. He's come in here at a position at the right back where there's pretty much two feasible options, and then nobody else knows what's after that in the U.S. pool. And I feel like he's done pretty well. I mean, I would give him like an 8 out of 10 for his performances so far. Is he a game changer in his own right? Not really, but he's also 20, making his first cap. So I think we need to be realistic there. I mean, the United States won again. That's another positive. But y'all, this type of performance in a game that really wasn't great, I don't think we can have massive takeaways. Like if you're one of these people that's like, this was a turning point for the U.S. men's national team, or like, oh my God, Diego Luna was a revelation in this game, I just think you're a simp, and that's fine. You can go simp somewhere else, but I'm not going to do that. I refuse to simp. I think it was an okay performance against a defensively stout team with a U.S. squad that is missing almost all of their offensive attacking firepower. The difference between the United States and Mexico is Mexico aren't really missing any of their attacking players. What, Rodrigo Huescas? Okay, cool, one guy. The United States is missing probably 9 out of their starting 11. And both teams are winning games against Surinam and the Saudi B team, respectively, off set pieces. So I think that's way more damning of Mexico than it is complimentary of the United States. And I don't think that's a hot take at all. I don't think we can crucify Pochettino like we can criticize Javier Aguirre, because these are not the same situations. I am kind of curious what the U.S. ends up looking like against offensively competent teams, because Trinidad certainly does not qualify. Those guys are frauds, and Saudi Arabia really have no desire to attack. I mean, yes, their starting 9s are here, but their starting 9s are the worst in all of Asia, so that's not really any type of threat whatsoever. It should not be threatening for guys like Tim Ream and Chris Richards, and for the most part, it wasn't. So we're not going to really see a test, maybe against Haiti, and I'm hesitant to call Haiti a competent offensive team, but at least they play better footy. So I'm actually very much looking forward to that next match. I will be doing a live stream for that. Moving on to Mexico 2, Surinam 0. I think I can make this quick, man. Mexico have become Arsenal. They have become set-piece FC. Chance creation was good for about 15 minutes, and then it fell off a goddamn cliff. And that's because this team is still lacking creativity, especially in the middle. Marcel Ruiz comes in. You want to talk about a positive? Had a great game, but he's still playing next to Edson Alvarez, right? And he still does not have the support from the fullbacks to compensate for not having a true cam in front of him. And it's becoming predictable. And I think the reason that Mexico started so bright and then fell off is because Surinam realized, oh, they only have like one or two ways to actually go at us. And as soon as teams figure that out and adapt, the chance creation is going to dry up like a well in the desert. And so that ends up ultimately resulting in Mexico relying on set pieces and kind of like gross mistakes from the opposition to score. And honestly, I think Mexico have been unbelievably lucky to score 4 out of 5 goals from corner kicks. And this is not going to work against the better sides of this tournament. It is not. This is not going to work against Panama. It's not going to work against Costa Rica. It's not going to work against the United States or Canada. It'll probably work against Jamaica because Jamaica's Jamaica. But that's it, right? We are, as the Mexican fan base, discovering the limitations of the team when we are the favorite, right? It's easy for us to look better against the Swiss or against Turkey because we're the underdog. We're not the underdog at the Gold Cup. We're the runaway favorite to win. So now we're having to pay for that. We got the tab. The bill is really expensive. We got to pay for that. And Javier Aguirre is going to have to put his credit card down. And right now, we're the ones that is costing in these viewership experiences, which have been diabolical. So I kind of feel like going forward, the key to Mexico is going to be score in the first 20 minutes. Score in the first 15 minutes before the defense of the opposition gets settled. And I think that includes maybe the first 5 or 10 minutes of the second half too. Like immediately after the games kick off or the reset kicks off at halftime, that's going to be the golden opportunity because after that, we become too predictable. And I think if we don't score in those little windows for the rest of the tournament, I do think we are going to be set piece guys, crosses, free kicks, penalties. That just seems like the way forward for Mexico because we do not have a guy, even sitting on the bench right now, who can come in and make a huge difference that way. For Surinam, honestly, I thought they played as well as they possibly could. And there was a couple opportunities where I was sweating my ass off on the live stream having to watch these guys. I mean, they looked good. The Dominican Republic looked good. Both opponents of Mexico have looked good. And both opponents of Mexico have done just about everything you could ask of them. I think Garano Kirk, man. Surinam are eliminated. It is a shame and a half that we're not seeing at least 2 more games from this guy. I think he might have even gotten hurt near the end of the game. I hope not. I hope he plays against Dominican Republic because I think that could be an amazing game even though both sides are eliminated. Like, he was an absolute freak. I think he's first in the Gold Cup right now in big chances created through 2 games. Just so good. Just so good. And honestly, their CBs really impressed me too. I thought they were going to be kind of a liability like they were against Costa Rica, but they weren't. And I think that's kind of a compliment to Costa Rica and an indictment of Mexico that Costa Rica's attack looks far scarier than anything Mexico can conjure right now. So shout out to Surinam. They made it tough. Sucks that they have to concede off set pieces. You can watch the live stream. I barely celebrated because it's terrible. It is terrible football right now from Mexico. Shout out to Surinam, but, you know, again, similar to Trinidad, they're kind of playing for pride in the last game. So will the Dominicans. I can't wait for that match personally. And last game here, Costa Rica 2, Dominican Republic 0. The Costa Ricans lock up advancement here. This is what I was trying to say on the group prediction, man. Like, Dominican Republic and Surinam played really well. This is not a situation like it is in Group D, where we've seen the bottom 2 teams be pretty freaking terrible so far. I mean, Haiti have been okay, but when you're making 3 or 4 critical errors per match, you're just not going to win. I don't care how good you guys are offensively. The Dominicans and Surinam have probably played like 2 8 out of 10 games in terms of their capacity and their limit, and they're still on 0 points. That's what happens when you get not 1 but 2 giants of CONCACAF in the group. This is why I couldn't have picked either of these guys to advance because, y'all, big teams don't get grouped in the Gold Cup. It never happens. It's like Brazil getting grouped at the Copa America. You just don't see these types of things go down. We don't have the parity in CONCACAF that even exists in Asia, where you do see teams like Saudi Arabia have been grouped before, and they have been grouped recently, and they've been grouped multiple times. You don't really see that. I think I told you Mexico was grouped once in the history of the Gold Cup in the 1960s, and I think Costa Rica have also only been grouped once in the 80s, and that was when it was groups of 3. This task is too difficult for the smaller teams to do. They are not ready yet. I don't care how many Dutch guys they bring in. I don't care how many people from La Liga get naturalized. It is still too big of an ask. They're at least 10 years away from starting to chip away at that. Like, I think we're starting to see some of the Asian teams chip away. I don't think the CONCACAF teams are really ready to chip away at this. So it was always, in my opinion, kind of an impossible task. And Dominican Republic, just like Suriname, it's a damn shame that they're going home, because I think that they are very, very exciting to watch. And they would have been really scary in a one-off game. Really scary in a one-off game. They score first in this match against Costa Rica. It's a proper poaching goal. Navas makes the save, and then somebody follows it up and taps it in. Costa Rica then go on to equalize through Manfredo Ugalde, who is the Golden Boot. Told y'all, Golden Boot. He's on 3 goals, 3 pens. It is hilarious, y'all. The 2 top goal scorers in the Gold Cup have 3 goals each. Cesar Montes, Manfredo Ugalde, all set pieces. I don't know if that means the Gold Cup is trash. I don't know if that means that those guys are absolute masters at their craft. I don't know what that means, but I just thought it was hilarious. Ugalde did get the game-winning assist for Josimar Alcocer. Oh, my God. Who could have thought that? Who could have seen this guy scoring again? Me. This guy needs to play more for Costa Rica. It's a great run. It's a great pass from Ugalde, and they win it late. And Costa Rica, they're a difficult team to assess. You can look at it one of 2 ways. You can be like, they're leaving it way too late. They're not that good. They've gotten lucky. They've scored both their winners in the 90th minute plus. They've gotten lucky. I think Alcocer was in the 80th minute, but at the end of the game, they've gotten lucky. That's what the haters will say. They will discount Costa Rica and be like, they've gotten lucky. On the flip side, you could look at this and you'd be like, all right, this team is scary. This team, I did think they were better against Dominican Republic than Suriname. And they are displaying some championship elements, some champion elements, I should say. Like, I do kind of believe Piojo is cooking a little bit. I don't know what type of stew he's making, but something is brewing in the kitchen. I can smell the olor coming in. I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it what it is yet, but it is kind of appealing. I'm starting to feel my stomach growl a little bit. When you have teams that consistently win it late like this, you need a bit of fortune to win trophies. You need a bit of fortune, especially in football. And it seems like the Costa Ricans are a little bit fortunate. Now, they're creating their own luck, but they're a little bit fortunate. And so this game against Mexico will test that for me, because right now, who's the better side going into this final game? Oh, it's Costa Rica. Are you serious? I think they look far better than Mexico. I think defensively, let's see, they've shipped 4 goals. We've shipped 2, but we probably should have shipped more than that. Malagon had a good game against Suriname. I didn't mention that earlier. I don't know, man. Like, I think the most likely outcome right now is a 1-1 draw, which would see Mexico finish above on goal differential. But if I'm picking a team to win, I think it's Costa Rica right now, because they are going to be able to make us pay in ways that Dominican Republic and Suriname simply don't. I think Costa Rica has more weapons. I think the Dominican Republic have a couple scary weapons. I think that Suriname have 2 scary weapons. I think Costa Rica has 5 or 6. It's certainly the best midfield that we've played so far. So, Los Ticos, I would be feeling good about this. Mexico, I wouldn't be feeling too great. I don't feel too great about it. Dominicans and Suriname, y'all did what you could. Again, go out there for pride. Don't take 0 points in this Gold Cup. Don't even take 1. 1's not good enough for how you guys have played. Go out to beat each other. I think those would be good games. I'm going to go ahead and end the video there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Gold Cup recap. Again, there will be many more of these dropping throughout the channel as the Gold Cup rolls along. We're not even through to the knockouts yet. I'll be doing a full knockout preview and everything. Once we get there, I'll cross that bridge later. Now is not the time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button. Let me know your biggest takeaway down below in the comments. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.